Happy days. Good breaking news. Positive breaking news. Even Jordan's smiling. Even I'm smiling.
Even I'm smiling.
Trust me. You're smiling more than the two below. It's not often that happens. But we're
It's not often that happens. You know we signed a good player when Jordan actually likes them.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Oh, my word.
He's got the green on to represent Nigeria as well.
Come on!
Lee, you don't seem too happy. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm happy about it. I'm just disappointed that Kai Havertz is injured, and
Oh, yeah.
that's made us go down this route. Well, I hope it hasn't, but like it looks like that we have. But no, like buzzing for the signing. It's listen, it's fantastic. All the Spurs fans having a meltdown, like just a quick little thing. My brother is coming over today, like so. He's got on the plane last night thinking Eze has signed for Spurs. He's got off it, and I just told him that Arsenal have just signed him. Like, I mean, what?
That's the sweetest thing of it all, though. The way
that just makes it a little bit sweeter, I must admit. But he is a very, very good player, so like, listen, I don't know where he's going to play, but at the end of the day, it don't matter. I think that we needed a little bit more creativity in our squad, and he certainly gives us that.
I got to fly in here and say, well done, Arsenal, because I was losing it yesterday when Kai Havertz got injured. And some of the things that were coming out already, reports saying Arsenal were looking more to a loan or a cheap option to deal with the problem. I remember thinking, nothing changes because Eze solves this problem. Yeah, he's not an out-and-out striker. He's not a 6'4" running behind striker who invades space. All this. I'm not even taking the pity. I'm actually genuinely disappointed about the Kai Havertz injury. I think it's a real shame. He looked good when he came on against Man United, and we wish him all the best. But Eze, same task. That it still solved all the problems. He solves so much for us, guys. If you want a direct, solution, play him false nine. He's good enough. Great players can play around the pitch. He can do that. Play him left wing because that's where we need to upgrade. And Martinelli and Trossard can cover up front with Kai Havertz. Play him left 8 so you can chuck Marino up front because we love doing that. I don't care what you do. He solves all the problems anyway. The problems we had pre-Havertz injury, the problems we have after. I think this is a title race game changer. I think he's that big a signing. And there's a very particular reason why I've been a bit tepid about the window, saying it's good. We've had a good window. It's a 6 or 7, but you give me Eze, it's a 9. And I couldn't really have asked for much more. Obviously, people will debate the specifics on certain players. I'm so happy about this. So happy about this.
Like James said, well done, Arsenal, because hours later they made their move and they did it emphatically. One update after the other, Ornstein to Romano to Ornstein. And it looks like we've landed at this morning. He'll probably be making his way for a medical somewhere, and Bob's your uncle, and he'll be a player, Arsenal player in no time. Probably too soon for Leeds. He's going to play the Conference League game with Palace, obviously, but
they've got to announce him there, though. They got to walk him out on the pitch, man. They've got to do that.
Yeah. Hopefully ready for Liverpool. Hopefully ready for Liverpool, which he should be. I think there's enough time to get him ready for that one.
He's beaten them once already this season on penalties.
We could do with him. Anfield's, as much as we talk about Old Trafford, Anfield's the one where, I can't remember the last time we won there.
You think you play tonight?
Yeah, I think that's part of the. You don't?
You think that's part of the deal?
Well, I've been reading that's why Tottenham hadn't got over the line as such.
Liverpool, they're coming.
I don't know about that.
Again, as clipped as I've ever seen.
Liverpool.
I don't want to be no part of that. No part of that whatsoever like that. Cut me out of that, Ryan, please.
Can just enjoy the signing.
Listen. Can I get my 2 partial criticisms out of the way before I get to all positives? Just my 2 quick negatives, right? First one, however, I am finally excited. The Gyökeres one, you know my thoughts on that one. Zubamendi, brilliant player. I'm glad we got him. But when we talk about excitement, Eberechi Eze, the one. He is the one. Finally, we've got a player in that I'm excited about. I was thinking about, because I try and do this, I was thinking about who I could compare him to in our recent Arsenal history. I think he could be the new Rosicky. I think he's a player that reminds me of Rosicky, can play left, can play central, really good at beating a man, got a shot from distance. We've got another set piece taker, another free kick taker in our squad. And we've got a guy that I just think will bring joy to our play. Lee was banging on last year about how boring the football was. I mean, take out Real Madrid and Man City, the football wasn't great. And you guys know me, interesting and stylish football, I put on a par with winning. I know I'm in the minority and we don't have to go down that road again. But for me, good football is a non-negotiable. I'm not into this dead football, but we won. I want to see good football. And Eze, the one, I think he's a baller that can really bring some good football to this football team. The tech level has gone back up because I don't think with Madueke and Gyökeres, the tech level went up. I think the tech level went down with those two signings. Very direct players, but their tech isn't great. Eze, an improved Odegaard, and Saka behind Gyökeres, the tech level there is through the roof. That could be, we could be talking high levels of cooking, guys. Real good ballers.
I agree.
I think it puts us on par with Liverpool now. You know what I mean? I really do. I think that they've improved their attack in you know, but I think they've not improved there's question marks on their fullbacks at the moment, and quite rightly so, because they're new. And it's the same with us, you know what I mean? We've improved, but there's still question marks over our attack, you know what I mean, until it's done. But for me, it gives us a little bit more confidence. I think now, like, you know, why Havertz is out, Martinelli will, I think, play that backup shot. I think he'll do well in that as well, boys. I think, you know, imagine like 20 minutes to go from the end. We're winning the game maybe or whatever. We can go counter-attacking football with his pace 20 minutes from the end, things like that. And he can be a little bit more, I think, when you're down the middle, there's more options for you. When you're out wide, I think you've only got one or two options to go. You haven't got that. He's now got different options. And you're right, Jordan. There's no excuses now. If he does come in, he has got to produce. And I think he will do. He played very, very well against Liverpool. Like, you know, that pace is always a worry for big centre halves. So I think it's a good thing now for him to get that role.
We could do one more. Just sorry, fine before James comes in. It sounds mad, but with Havertz being out for half the season now, we probably actually still need one more attacker.
Well, being linked with Morgan Rogers today, I see. Like, yeah. I can't see that happening.
Sure,
80 million.
I mean,
if they got Aaron Rodgers, if they got Morgan Rogers in, we can get Aaron Rodgers as well, like to play an Odegaard position. No, if they actually got him in, that would be. I'm sorry, but that's an 11 out of 10 window. If they got it, that would be. That's too much to ask for, isn't it, guys? Too much to ask for.
I mean, I think it's right. I think we do need one more, but I think Liverpool need at least one more, and I think Man City need at least one more. So I think we're at that position now where I lean with you. No excuses in terms of, you know, the way the squad's set right now. I'd still want a Rodrigo. I'd still love us to be ruthless in the last 9 days and sell a player and bring another big player in. But I mean, at one point yesterday or over the last few days, I become resigned to the fact that we're not going to sign anyone of any worth, especially when the Havertz stuff came out and it was all, you know, Arsenal are looking for cover. You know, Eze doesn't fall under the mold of cover, nor does a Rodrigo. So I thought, all right, you know, we'll probably get Erasmus Højlund in on loan or some shit, and then, you know, I'll be flipping come deadline day. So I'm actually taking this in. I don't disagree with Jordan. I think one more would be nice, but at the same time, I think that's probably one that I'll push for another pod, maybe the one after Leeds with 1 week to go in the window. As of now, I label it an 8 out of 10 window. And that's very strong from an Arsenal perspective. You know, you could argue it's one of our best windows of all time.
7 for me.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
It's a 7 with Eze.
I didn't get the striker that I wanted. With Eze, yeah. I didn't get the striker I wanted. So it's a 7 for me. But 7's good. 7's good.
What's the view, James?
It's a 9. It's a 9. Zubimendi, Eze. They're the two I'm most excited about, Zubimendi and Eze. I think we've signed the best 6 we could have signed. Like, of all the 6s available in world football, I think he's the best, Zubimendi. And I think, as in that was available, and I think in Eze we've signed, and again, I'm sounding very pedantic, but I'm talking very particularly what we needed. We needed someone who's going to address the left, but give us something in the 10 space, but give us a different dimension, but was a game breaker. Because Arsenal will have a game where we are passing the ball around a back 4 and we're just moving away around a low block. We can't get through. And it's just one pass into an Eze in a little bit of space and he'll get a shot off. It's those kind of moments he gives us. And I don't think we had that in the squad. You make a great point, though, Jordan. We don't want him to be systemified because I thought Trossard did have that moment from that space in him.
Mhm. Mhm.
I never thought he had it in the way Eze did, but I thought he had a little bit more than we've seen at Arsenal. Now, to be fair, Trossard's actually come through very clutch, whether it's via the system, out on the left wing, and the false 9, wherever. He's actually still been very clutch. So that hasn't been kind of taken from him, but that kind of like endeavor has a little bit. So I hope that doesn't happen to Eze.
Do you think Eze now will make Odegaard think, hang on a minute, I've got a real 10 that is on my neck now, as well as Nwaneri and Dowman to a lesser degree?
Jordan, if Arteta's flexible enough in his thinking, and I'm going to believe he will be, then I think it puts pressure on 5 positions. Odegaard directly. I think Rice, if Rice isn't up to it, and we're lacking some guile and creativity, then there's pressure on him. If Zubimendi isn't settling in too quickly, it wasn't his best game at Old Trafford. We've since found out he was ill. But if Zubimendi isn't bedding in super quickly, who's to say you don't move Rice to the 6 and play Eze and Odegaard? Why not? Some games I think you might want 2 10s in there and Rice just sweeping up behind. The left wing is immediately under pressure. Trossard, Martinelli, I'm sorry, they go to 2nd and 3rd in the pecking order. And if Gyökeres hasn't settled, you've got someone in Eze who you could drop centrally. You could, as a false 9, you could drop him onto the left wing. I think 4 or 5 positions are all suddenly going, oh, because Eberechi Eze is walking through the door.